Everybody, I'm getting ready to shoot a new video for a product we just bought yesterday, and I figured I might as well just do it live. Then I will show you guys how we do a video. Hopefully, you can give us some tips on how we can do it better. And for those of you just starting out, maybe this will be a help for you as well. So, kind of a double-edged thing here. So, I know there's 0 people watching right now, and that's okay. Wasn't expecting it because I just planned this a few minutes ago. But Talon and I are hanging out, and we're going to do this video. Actually, wait. Hey, somebody just joined the room. Hello. Um, so the whole plan here is we're going to, excuse me, we're going to film a video for a product review. And good morning, GWG Pitbull and James Catniece and Cassidy Kathy. Go see the Kathy, excuse me. So what we're doing is we're filming a video, and we're live streaming me filming a video. I don't know if that's ever been done before, but it came to my mind, so I thought I'd do it. Venture RV Venture, hello. Road Trip Buddy, hello. Wow, got a lot of folks in here already. That's awesome. So what Talon and I are going to do, because I got her to hang out here with you and me, and hopefully we can do, because still at the Tiffin RV rally, and they're playing, and there's actually a food truck right outside of our door here, and they're playing music. And right before I went live, it was pretty loud, but I actually don't hear it at all right now. So I was kind of getting nervous that I might get flagged with the copyright thing from Facebook. So you're going to hear cars driving by and stuff like that, because this is actually the first official day of the Tiffin rally. Registration, everything was yesterday. So this is the first day with the seminars and the classes and stuff like that. So you're going to hear people walking around. So, but thank you guys for joining in, everybody. My leg is my leg. Thanks, James. It's no better, no worse. So I guess that's good. So let's just jump right into this thing. So we're over the vendor. Sean and I and Talon were over at the vendors area yesterday, looking at the different products for sale, and we came across something I thought was really cool. I actually saw it on a couple of different RVs. And before I show you what it is, I'm going to tell you it's really windy here too. So we're going to get a little bit of rock in here on the coach every now and then, and you might hear the wind as well. But this is the product I got. So hang on. And I'm very excited about it. This is from Go Stick Products, and I'm hoping to get an interview with the inventor of this, because he's actually that owns the company. And it's vacuum cup mounted accessories. And the catalog's got a lot of stuff in it, but what I got was a flagpole. And I got the 2-pole kit. So I got 2 poles. It does come with an American flag. Then a pole you can put on whatever you want. But this is the actual suction cup mount. And it works really cool. And you can actually mount up to 3 flags with this. So, as I do the unboxing here, put it on the floor. And I'm not going to take the protective cover off right now, but you just put this suction cup either on your windshield of your RV, or it'll go on metal. You pump it, get good seal. Once the orange is all covered up, you have a good seal. The nice thing about this piece too is, because it has the orange there, if you go by, you can just walk by whenever you want and check it out, and make sure you still got a good seal on this thing. So as long as you don't see orange, you know you're good. So, and here's the mounting brackets. Excuse me. Here are the mounting brackets. So I'm going to edit this video after we finish here. So a lot of the stuff in here that we're talking about now won't be on the regular video, but it'll still be on the live stream. So, but thanks for helping me out with this video. So we have the 3 different mounting plates. So like I said, you can order it with 1, 2, or 3 mounting plates. We bought the 2, so I'll be putting 1 on this side and 1 on this side. So if you only bought the 1, you just get the 1 here. The nice thing about it is, since it is the standard piece that comes with all of it, is that once you decide to get more flags, they're easy to add. So there's the flag. Here is one of, we'll use the screws later, obviously. And here's one of the mounts. That just mounts right on. 4 screws right here. And it's adjustable. Loosen the screw here. You can adjust this up or down, however you want. Put the flagpole in there, tighten it up, you're good to go. And the one thing, the very most important thing I got here was the light. If you're going to be flying an American flag at night, it has to have a light on it per U.S. flag code. So don't disrespect the flag by leaving it flying at night without being lit up. This light that is not a solar powered light either. I've tried solar power lights in the past and I've had bad luck with them. The solar doesn't seem to last very long. But this light obviously is not solar. Plugs in, regular 110. And it has a bracket here. You can set it up anywhere. And a remote control. The remote control, you can change the light color and intensity on this. And for my plan, because I have a Class A RV, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this actually in the dash of my RV so I can plug it in, because I have an outlet on the passenger side. So I can easily plug it in and it will shine right on the flag. And I've seen other people here at the RV rally that we're at do the exact same thing. Just kind of play with the light a little bit because I don't want to have a spotlight going out the windshield. And if I don't like it, I can always just put it on the ground and let it go up. So that's it. That's the whole thing. So what we have to do is we have to put this thing together. This is where Talon comes in. Talon? Oh, yeah, she doesn't have any thumbs. She doesn't like me saying that either. So, again, for those of you just joining, I'm actually filming, I'm live streaming me filming a video. So the other thing I'm going to do right now, because I forgot to do it to begin with, because that's what I always do when I film videos, I forget stuff and I have to start all over again, is I always try to do 2 different angles if I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the camera over here so you can see my patent pending, of course, King Cam. So we're going to turn on GoPro. And for whatever reason, I always struggle with turning it on. Okay, so now the GoPro's firing up. Now I'm going to set this over here at an angle. There we go. So it's just going to film at a different angle. That way if I choose, well, it will if it doesn't fall down, right? That is just awesome. Let's try it again. Stay, good boy. All right. So now I'm going to bring the camera down a little bit so we can start doing some work here. Ugh. All right, so now we're on the ground. You guys jumping in here now, you get to see how we're doing, how we film a video, or how I film a video anyway. And then you're going to see, you'll be able to see the edited version later. So congratulations for you to watch both and for helping me do this. And hopefully for those of you who are, like I said in the beginning, if you're new to doing YouTube, hopefully this will help you a little bit. If you've been doing videos for a while and you see me screwing up, point it out so I can hopefully fix myself and do a better job of videos, make these things done earlier. Happy Place Diaries is here. Oh my God, how early is it on the West Coast? Dude, Jerry, thanks for joining in. So I've got my bracket. Where's my other bracket at? Oh yeah, right here. So like I said, it actually came with 2 poles and 1 flag. I actually ordered another flag off of Amazon yesterday, and thanks to the magic of Amazon lockers, the flag I ordered will be in this afternoon. So I'm going to go ahead and put the 2 brackets on, one on this side, one on this side. So here we go. And also on the actual video, the product review video that I'm going to put together for this, I'll actually show, I'm going to do some screen captures of me editing this video. So you can watch that process as well. So you're going to get to see the whole thing from soup to nuts. So that'll probably be 2 more videos after this. So I'll do the video that's actually this, and then I'll do the how-to video of how we made this video. And plus we're watching this live stream and you're participating in this live stream now. So we're going to get 3 videos out of this. Oh, 0625. Wow, Jerry. Well, thank you. Thank you for your service of getting up that early in the morning. All right, so let me get my tools right. And I just got one of these Harbor Freight, auto repair kits is what it's called. So it's got all kinds of tools in it. And, I have regular hand tools too for, the bigger jobs or the more strenuous jobs. But this is a nice little kit just to have handy because it's got a bunch of stuff in it and inexpensive. So let's see what we got here. Do we actually have a wrench that'll fit this nut? And we do. Sweet. Okay, so obviously the first step is to mount this to this. Now the key is if you're right-handed, you want to put this on the right-hand side. So as we're looking at this, it'll be on the outside. So we're going to go ahead and put this guy right here. And as with anything, when it has multiple screws to mount it, try to put them all in and get them started first, because if you put them in one at a time and tighten them, odds are you might have to loosen them later because all the holes don't line up. So we're going to put all these bad boys in. Now what I'm not going to show, or not what we're not going to do on the live stream, I mean, is the part about going outside and hooking that up. I'll just do that on a regular. I'll just do that on a regular video. But I've got the video shooting here off my GoPro off to the side, which I don't like the angle for. I just noticed. I'm going to move it over a little bit. And honestly, having 2 different angles for your videos, it really helps. Excuse me. Having 2 different angles for your video shoots actually helps with the cinematography, obviously, and it also helps keep viewers engaged because they're not just watching me sit here do this from one angle all the time. Because then it kind of looks like surveillance camera footage, right? So if you have the ability to do multiple angles, we can't always either, then do it. I'm gonna have a video we'll be posting pretty soon of an interview we did, and we actually were able to do 2 videos, and I'll probably do a video of how we shot it and how we edited it, because it's actually really easy to do. much easier than screwing the screw in, apparently. But we are going to, so I'm very excited about having this because I've been wanting a flagpole for a very long time. So this finally gives me the opportunity to have one that's actually pretty easy to operate, and that's the other key with not being very mobile, is to have one that's very easy to operate, tear down, put together, etc. Now, one thing that I don't have and I need to buy is a flag case. So when I store my flags when I'm going down the road, or don't have the thing out, that the flags don't get dirty. And also for the purposes of the actual video shoot, I'm not gonna show all this. Hey, Papa Drew. I'm missing. I know I'm missing a lot of people that's coming in, but so the key is get these on good and tight, and there's the one. Now, when you're shooting a video like this, I'm doing the exact same thing with another one. And actually, I'm going to have to sit up here because this kind of hurt my knee. Give me a second. Let me readjust here. Everybody see Talon okay? And I'm going to adjust this camera. There we go. So now I've got I still got my two different angles. I have my one Talon. But when you're shooting a video where you're doing repetitive stuff, like I've already mounted this one flagpole, so now I'm doing the other one. It's a good idea to either just flat out, cut out the repetitive parts, or at least, speed up that footage. Because nobody needs to see or wants to see, me or anybody else, put, 4 screws, mounting a flagpole bracket for the second time. And we probably got it on the first time. If we didn't, we can rewind the video and watch. But you want to go ahead and film it anyway, just in case you mess up or something happens with the video when you did the first one. So by having the second one, the video you doing the second one, or however many repetitive ones you're doing, you can just use that footage as your slow footage. Yeah, Talon's moving. Hey, baby. It's kind of getting warm here. Oh, so Shelly just dropped in the chat, and she's actually in one of the seminars right now, learning about induction cooking. And she wants to make sure that I tell everybody that this was invented by an Ohioan, actually from Canton, Ohio, gentleman. So like I said, hopefully I'll be able to get an interview in with him to add to this video. FaceTime is key, or king, when it comes to videos, apparently. It's one thing I've learned. The more FaceTime you have, the more personable the video seems. So, and people will watch it more. I mean, we've done videos where you didn't see anybody in them. And we were just driving through a place, and we thought that was awesome. Then we get on different live streams like with Blue Wave and Papa Drew and Wayward Wags and some other folks, and they're like, you got to have your face in it. You got to be personal. I'm like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. We screwed that up. So now we're trying to go back and fix. But good morning, older and wiser. So I'm hoping this is going to be a real test today, this thing too, because it's super windy, but I've got 3x5 flags. It came with a 3x5 flag, and the flag I got coming in Amazon from Amazon today is in 3x5. But I've seen some 4x6s flying, and maybe even a 5x7. I think with some big flags out here using this exact same setup. But again, this will work on glass. It'll work on metal. Work on anything a suction cup will work on. And the cool thing about this company too is that in addition to the flag mounts, the flagpole mounts, they also have different items that use the suction cup technology for like putting a shelf on, or even a fan, which would be nice if you're outside, on a day that's still a little too warm to be outside, and just have a oscillating fan on the side of your RV. And there we go, folks. It is just that easy. Now, it took me about probably 15 minutes to do all this because I was going slow and moving the camera around. This will probably end up being maybe 2-3 minutes most of actual video footage when I edit this down. So it's going to go by pretty fast. And remember, the key to making a good YouTube video isn't the length. It's got to have good content. And if what you want to say takes you 5 minutes to say it in the video, then put out a 5-minute video. Don't put out a 20-minute video to say 5 minutes worth of stuff. And don't be repetitive in your videos. I know there's some actually larger channels that they generally put out 25 to 35-minute videos. And if you actually edited out all the stuff they repeat, it's probably a 5 to 10-minute video. So, but it's working for them, but it doesn't work for me because I won't listen to it. Because, as a matter of fact, whenever I watch one of their videos, all I do is say, they just said that. They just said that. I mean, I don't need to hear it again. And so you don't need gimmicks, and all you need is good content. And you guys can create good content if you just let it happen. Don't overthink it. Start rolling, and if you screw up, just keep rolling. If nothing else, you've got some good bloopers. As most of you already know, there's always squirrels out there, right? If you watched our latest video, that was a literal squirrel, but we always have squirrels, right, Talon? So now to go back to actual video production. So we have everything done, and there's also directions here on the back. You take this protective cover off. You are supposed to wet the suction cup itself and also wipe down the area that you're going to apply this to on the side of your RV. And all it needs to be is a flat, smooth surface. So glass, your paint, whatever. I'm not sure how this would work on if you have like a decaled, the side of your RV is decaled. I don't know how this would work over decals. I don't know if it would damage the decal or not. So I would say use at your own risk on that because I just don't know. But if you're going to be at a campsite, when you first use this, especially, like I said, you're going to pump this down, and it's going to take you about 20 times, and it'll completely disappear. The orange will completely disappear. But every so often, just go back and check. And if you see it's orange starting to pop up, just give it a few more pumps until it goes back down again. Flagpoles. This is just a standard flagpole mount. So you just put the pole in there, tighten this nut, use this to loosen this up so you can change the elevation to whatever you want. It looks like a good elevation. So obviously, you can change it however you want. On really windy days, you really need to be careful with this too, to make sure that you're not, if you have it on your paint, you know, or where it'll hit the paint of your RV, you know, just that flag rub up against it over time will cause, you know, some noticeable damage. So just be careful about that, and just something to consider. You know, again, this will mount on a window as well. So if you don't want to put it on, if you don't have a motorhome like a Class A or whatever that you can put this on the windshield, you can put it on a window as well. So very heavy duty. It's, I believe it is actually all made in America too, but I'll put a link, I'll put notes in the description about that. There'll also be links to this product. Very excited about this. It is definitely standing the test of time here because it's like 30-mile-an-hour winds, or at least gusting to 30 here, and it's working very well with all the other RVs I see. I can look out my window right now and I see an Air Force flag and an American flag flying off the front of somebody's RV. He actually has this mounted to the paint on the front of his RV. And I see another one that's just a few motorhomes down. He has his on his windshield. So you've got the suction cup mount. This is a piece of rubber for bracing. So that's it. So that's the end of shooting the video, the construction part of this. So now I got to turn off my There we go. Make sure she's turning off. No, it's not turning off. It's just started filming. I do this a lot, folks. I film nothing. Always make sure that the video is actually rolling before you start doing this. I do this more times than I care to mention. I got a drone last week. I've flown it a few times thinking I was filming, and then I realized I wasn't. All right, so now that we've got in here, now that I've got that done, let me take a look here. Vintage RV Ventures, I think it would eventually damage the decals. Yeah, I do too. And the same with either the suction cup eventually damaging decals or the flags. But like the front of most RVs, Class A motorhomes, Class Bs, Class Cs, etc., they're usually paint, and it's the sides that are usually the decal. So if you have one of those, you can just you can still mount it on the front, but it can mount anywhere. But I would definitely stay away from decals just to be on the safe side. Windows or a non-decaled portion of the side. Again, that's the nice thing about it. It's suction cup, so it doesn't have to be on the front. It could be anywhere that the suction cup mount will hold. Oh, okay. I just see Shelly's asked a question. Well, she's answering New Horizons. Can't hear if Michael answers you, but many organizations have VFW. Okay, I guess you're asking about what to do with flags that are no longer serviceable. So, great question. An American flag is no longer serviceable if it is faded, ripped, or torn in any way. You're not doing anybody any favors. You're not showing really any patriotism or anything if you're displaying a damaged American flag. And you can take the flag to pretty much any VFW, American Legion, and even some post offices will take it, and they will properly dispose of the flag. You should never just throw the flag in a trash can. There's a very specific way that a flag is disposed of to honor the flag and those who've defended that flag for the last 200 some odd years of this country's history. Hey, Captain Jack. So the specific way to destroy or to dispose of the flag is If you want to do it yourself, you can look it up online. There's videos of it, of course, but it involves ceremonially cutting up the flag and burning it. That's how it's done. They drove you venture. Time to start over, Michael. Yeah. Well, what I've done is I've missed out on my secondary angle footage. I have my main angle footage. I'm using the webcam for that. I just missed out on my secondary angle. Hi, Talon. So normally, yeah, I would reshoot, and I may reshoot some, but I think especially if I'm able to get the owner or the inventor of this product, if I can get him on camera, and the fact that the construction putting this together was so quick, I'm not really concerned about having that alternate angle as I would if it was going on. Like we did a well, honestly, we did a 45-minute interview with somebody. So we're going to be breaking that up into sections, and that that'd be kind of a rough thing to watch if it was just focused on, if you only had one camera focused on one person for 45 minutes. You know, that's interrogation footage is what that looks like. So you've got to, and if you think about any video or any interviews you've seen on TV, you know, they're always going back and forth. You know, the camera's on the person being interviewed, the person's on, the camera goes back to the interviewer. So it goes back and forth. So, and that's what we try to do as well. We're not as good at it. But Shelly will know if I could have straightened up before we went live. Actually, I did. This is the mess I made during the live, so can't help that. It looks like Z Sister. It looks like a beautiful morning out there, wherever y'all are. Beautiful background. And we are in Sarasota, Florida, at the county fairgrounds. It is currently 75 degrees outside and windy at 9:47 a.m. So this is how we do our video parts. And usually a lot of my videos I shoot by myself, and I don't know why. That just is. So any video you see, unless you hear Shelly in it, it's usually just me by myself. Obviously, the sticker video we just put out, Shelly was filming that. And sometimes sometimes she was filming me, sometimes she was filming a squirrel. It's okay. But the other key to filming good content, in my mind, is be yourself. You know, don't try to be who you aren't. People connect with people; they don't connect with robots. So don't try to, you know, be the, you know, I don't know how to say it, but don't just act natural. And if you flub a word, so what? You flub a word. You can either edit that out, you know, re-say it, or leave it in. I say a lot because I have a hard time putting words together, which I know sometimes seems hard to believe because I put a lot of words together, but I do. And so I leave some of those in, but sometimes I take them out. If there's a lot of them, I'll try to edit them out. And it was really a ploy to get him to clean. Yeah, I cleaned a little bit. I did. Because Shelly had this whole table trashed. This whole, so that's our, so those of you who watched our last couple of live streams, you know, this is, you know, there's the TV we just set up a table in front of the TV, so it's right next to the couch, just so you see what that is. And that's what we do. The more we're doing this, the more we're learning, and the more we're having fun versus struggling. And that point came when we realized, you know, we need to be ourselves. And like my watch keeps going off saying there's motion in the RV because we're right next to a gate, so people are walking by. So my watch is going crazy. And that's what, you know, making good content really is. If you think about the videos you like to watch on YouTube and what makes you want to watch them. Is it the content? Is it the people? Is it how they're doing it? Or is it a little bit of all of that? Well, whatever you like, try to, mimic that style, not mimic, don't, be a copycat, but mimic that style because that's the style you like. A lot of people will try to do, they'll go and look at, okay, I want to make a video on, I'll just say cooking because Shelly's at a cooking, induction cooking class right now, or convection oven cooking class, excuse me. Actually, it's both. So they're going to try to find the most popular video on induction cooking, and then I'll try to copy that. Okay, that's a decent strategy, but if that the way that's being done isn't you, it's going to show through in the video. And while you may get a lot of views, it's going to be hard to keep that up because it's not who you are. So be you in your videos, and let the chips fall where they may. You'll be surprised. A lot of the most authentic people out there have huge followings. It may take you a while to get there. We all need that one video to go viral or semi-viral to get our names out there. But until that video shows up, just keep being you, doing you stuff. Talon, what are you doing? There. Talon is the star of the show. Play with different angles. I'm going to pull this around so as I knock stuff off. But if you don't be yourself, then who are you on the camera? And then what happens when you actually start meeting people that subscribe to you because they subscribe to the persona that you were on the camera, not who you are. Everybody thinks that, I'll see. I don't think that's a bad example. Everybody thinks that, different Hollywood celebrities are who they are based on the characters they play on movies and TV, but they're not. That's who they pretend to be. They're paid to pretend to be. Nobody's paying you on YouTube to pretend to be anybody. So why pretend? Be yourself. Have a good time. Tell them, what are you looking at? So what we do, what we're going to do next here, which I'm not going to film once I close out here, is we're going to take some footage. Well, when Shelly gets back, I'm definitely going to need her help with that. We're going to film mounting the flagpole to the front of the RV. Then I'm going to go over and to the vendor area, and hopefully the gentleman isn't too busy, and he will be able to give us a quick interview, and we'll just splice that together, and I'll actually run a little bit of video and of me, splicing that video. So again, we've got the live stream for this one. I'm going to take this live stream footage, add some other stuff to it, and create the actual product review video. And part of that's also going to have the interview, hopefully. And then there might be a third video where I talk about how we actually edited this video, which I think would probably be pretty cool, especially for the dozen or so people who watch this. Because you've watched me do this part unedited live. So then when you actually see how I edit it, and then you see the finished product, you can compare all three of these things. That might hopefully will be helpful to you guys. And it just kind of popped in my mind to do that, really 15 minutes before I went live. So, and that's why I go live a lot. I have ideas that pop in my head, and if I don't do them right away, I'll forget them because of my traumatic brain injury. My memory kind of sucks a lot, but I like to try to help people out, and I think this will be a way to help some folks out. Yeah, Shelly's trying to remind me of the leveling class at 1010. That's true. I have a seminar on the HWH leveling system, which is the leveling system in our RV, leveling system in most RVs that have automatic leveling. actually. Little Gypsy Child, it's still hard for me to be in front of the camera, let alone be myself. Yeah, I get it. I was the same way. I mean, you look at, I mean, we've only been doing this for, well, almost, wow, yeah, almost 3 months. And, if you look at our first videos, very rigid, not comfortable at all. But honestly, doing the live stream stuff that we've done has actually made me more comfortable quicker, I think. And well, not really doing the live stream, but you guys on the other side of the live stream is what's really made me more comfortable, because you made me feel comfortable and welcome. So that's I've been able to relax myself, not only on the live streams we're doing, but also on the regular videos we shoot. So you're actually seeing who Shelly and I really are. Talon's always who Talon is. She doesn't play. She doesn't put on a facade or nothing. This is Talon. Let's see, got going on here. I know I missed a lot of the chat, but again, the purpose of this was the chat. Thank you for the air horn, whoever just blew that. Yeah, Susan said, just being yourself is what everyone wants. I didn't realize that I was slowly getting away from that. It's real easy to fall in that trap of not being yourself on camera, especially if you act a certain way in a video and that video gets good response. So then you think, well, the video got good response because I acted this way. Well, maybe the video got good response because of the content. And if you'd have just been yourself, it'd have gotten even better response. And that's the dilemma of YouTube. And everybody tries to figure out, does this thumbnail work better than that thumbnail? Or, does this video shooting style work better than that video shooting style? You really don't know, because you're shooting different content and it's coming out at different times. So it may not be, people may not see it as much as they do the other video. So there's really honestly no way to tell. So forget the analytics, forget the views, shoot what you want to shoot it for you, have a great time doing it. Let that be part of your adventure and be part of your joy, is shooting the video. Don't make it into a chore. Don't make it into something that is laborious and something you despise to do, because if you don't like doing it, why are you on YouTube? You're not going to make $1 million. None of us are. I mean, how many YouTube millionaires are there versus how many YouTube channels there are? I mean, I think there's like 31 million or something like that YouTube channels, and there's probably a very small handful that are actually making huge money. And of the ones making huge money, how many of those were actually famous outside of YouTube? So, okay, none of us are famous outside of YouTube. So, we YouTube is our vehicle. Your Instagram, Facebook, or the combination of all those are our vehicle to, for people to see and hear our message. So be yourself, have fun. Exactly, Lily Gypsy Child. I did it my way. The king. I would say may rest in peace, but he's not dead. He just went back home. And what movie was that line from, everybody? Older and wiser, I'm famous in my own mind. RV Underway, speak for yourself, huh? Older, I told somebody yesterday, I met somebody yesterday, and I said, you may not realize this, but I'm actually kind of a big deal. And she just looked at me, and I said, no, really, I'm just kidding. I'm not even a big deal in my own mind. RV Underway says, I'm famous, just ask me. What? Captain Jack says, I stay in my costume always. And hang on, I'll bring that one up. And now Little John is on my shoulder. Actually, Z Sisterhood, both Elvis and Sinatra did that. But Sinatra was the original, you're right. And that's my notification of the HWH leveling class coming up in about 10 minutes. And it's going to be about a 5-minute walk. But, Elvis may have been the king, but a lot of the stuff he did was, a lot of songs he sang were songs that other people either wrote or recorded previously to him. Still love the King though. Oh, Older and Wiser, Men in Black. I love he got it. I was wondering if anybody got that movie. Yep, Men in Black. All right, folks. Thanks for joining in on yet another impromptu. I'll let you guys in on a little secret. Since you guys are here, is our live stream this Friday afternoon will be our last live stream, a last scheduled live stream on Friday afternoons. We're going to be cutting back to one live stream a week. We were only doing the Friday thing as a test to see which time worked better for us. And we're going to stick with the Sunday because that one actually does work better for us. We have better numbers and it works better with our schedule. And also, I don't see the point in, with our community growing like it is, of taking a spot that somebody else could use. And, that way somebody's not stepping on somebody else and forcing people in the community to make a decision to watch, this person versus that person. So I'm going to free up that Friday slot to hopefully somebody can take that. If there's anybody on here who wants to do a live stream that hasn't, hey, Thin Blue Lane, I'll get it right in a minute, maybe. So if there's anybody here that wants to jump on that Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time slot, starting next Friday. This Friday will be our last on that one. Then, let the JJ boys know so they can update the schedule. I can't remember if it's Jerry or James who are actually doing the schedule right now. I know they were both doing it together. So we're, yep, Susan, we're not going to be going live before you after this week. Hopefully somebody will take that spot and give you a better lead in than we could. So I'm really hoping that somebody new takes that. I don't want to see somebody. I don't think any of us need to be doing 2 live streams a week. I mean, we did it as a test, and there was when there was openings in the schedule. Now that the schedule within our little community, is kind of full, it was a test for me. So Thin Blue, you don't do Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. You've done a few premieres at 5. I'm on your live streams, man. Are you saying you will take it? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. Either way, I've got to go, folks. And I, again, appreciate you helping me film this video. And I'm not going to live stream me editing the video. But I will put that in the how to make a video section, so you guys will see that. So thank you guys for joining in. It is Tuesday afternoon. Enjoy your Tuesday. Have a wonderful day. I will hang on before I do sign off completely. Let me do a quick shout out. Who's going to actually be who in our community is actually live streaming today? According to the schedule I have, which says Thin Blue Lane at 6 p.m. Eastern tonight, Traveling Down the Banisters at 7, Steve Turtle at 8, and Grassroots Living at 9. That's the schedule I have for tonight. And Thin Blue Lane just put a correction out. Friday at 8/7 Central. Okay. I need to get a new schedule. My schedule is like 2 weeks old, and I know it's way outdated. But I do have that on. I do have you at 8 on Friday night on the schedule I have, at least. So, cool. All right. I got to go. Well, Tal and I have to go to a class. So, thanks for watching. I hope you guys learned something. I'm going to go back and look at the chat, so hopefully you guys can add some good tips for me, too, because I'm always learning. And by no means an expert at anything, much less YouTubing. So, thanks a lot. Have a good one. All right, petting Talon as requested. As you can see, she's not amused. All right, thanks everybody. God bless. And we'll probably see you on some chats later on tonight. If not, I apologize. We're at a rally we paid money for, so we're actually going out and meeting people face to face. Hope to meet you all face to face sometime soon. And we're out. Bye.